that's right below this video, and that will take you over to PracticeTheGuitar.com, and there you can practice this scale exercise at 15 different tempos with full notation, backing tracks, and the scale patterns to practice along with. Being able to play in a single key across the entire neck of the guitar is going to help you to solo using the whole guitar neck, write melodies, better learn the notes, and also just improve your overall playing and technique. And that's exactly what this exercise is designed to do. The different techniques that are happening here, one of the biggest ones is alternate picking, and what I'm trying to do through each scale shape is just use straight alternate picking. So each scale pattern, I'm just starting with the downstroke. I'm making sure that I'm going down, up, 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 down. It's going to change from string to string because on some strings you're doing 3 notes per string and then others you're doing 2. So this will definitely help you to better navigate the constant changing groupings of strings through these major scale patterns and just help you with your overall tone and technique. And what you want to do to make sure you have the best possible tone with your pick is to try to keep the pick as flat as possible if you can. You want to try not to tilt it forward. You want to try not to tilt it backwards. That gives you this scratchy sound that you don't necessarily want. If you keep the pick flat, then you're just hitting with the very tip of the pick right here and not the sides at all. Another really important technique is also trying to play with the very tips of each finger. So what I'm trying to do here is curl my fingers around, and I'm trying to not play with the flat part of my finger, but the tip. And that keeps my hand and each individual finger out of the way of the other fingers to hit each note as clearly and as cleanly as possible. So now if you're not familiar with all 7 patterns of the major scale across the neck, you can go to PracticeTheGuitar.com, and there are individual exercises for each shape moving up and down the neck in 12 keys that will help you to learn each pattern. And this exercise is designed to better help you to connect those patterns once you have a good understanding of those scale shapes. And each one of these scale patterns start from each degree in the scale. So in this case we're dealing with a G major scale, so we would have G, A, B, C, D, E, F sharp, and G. And what we're doing is just starting each scale pattern from each note in the scale, starting on the low E string, and playing the scale pattern in 2 octaves up and then back down, and then moving up to the next note in the scale, repeating the same process. It's of course a different pattern, but then moving on to the next note, and so on and so on. So this is a very important fundamental part of you learning the neck of the guitar and learning the basic music theory side of connecting the scales and making sure that they all make sense to you and that you can place them on the guitar correctly. And for you to have a really good understanding of the neck of the guitar and where to place the scales on each fret to get the right key with the right scale pattern with the right notes.